Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Aisha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment, a race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
Hey everybody, make some noise for your host of the show, Socially Awkward and Uncomfortable. But seriously, here he is, St. Patrick.
Afternoon and good night. Sorry, these guys ain't even ready yet, so I apologize. But it's perfect for the Socially Awkward and Uncomfortable show. How are you all doing out there today?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing great,
man. Doing great, man. Let's get it.
That is good. It's good. Are you comfortable? Are you relaxed? Have them weekend vibes? Your brain is on vacay mode, and maybe someone's watching, trying to recover from the night before? Well, my friends, sit back and relax and know that this show might make you feel awkward and uncomfortable. Not the after feeling from eating Taco Bell or one of those friends reaching out, trying to ask you to be a part of those pyramid schemes. The discomfort may at times may be hard, or maybe have those uncomfortable situations that are hard to talk about. Welcome to the intro episode of Socially Awkward and Uncomfortable Podcast. This episode will be fun and watered down today. I am your host, Mr. St. Patrick, and we got Mr. Habari Live himself, Mr. Dip, behind the scenes.
What's happening?
Comic book.
That wasn't
In
it.
the wrong thing. That's easy to do.
There we go. We got it this time. For today's intro episode, we got a great co-host, a dear friend of mine who I really look up to, and not because he's taller than me. He loves candlelight bubble baths while listening to New Edition. He can also wine you, dine you, and yes, ladies, even surprise you.
Wow.
He's single, ready to mingle, and his inbox is always open.
Oh, wow.
Please help me welcome.
Always open.
Yep. Please help me welcome all the way from about 3 feet away from me, Mr. Chi-Town himself, Pierre Adams.
Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you having me.
Yes.
Wow, man. I got a lot of questions about those bubble baths and New Editions, but I'm going to keep it to myself.
How you feeling today?
Now I'm a little awkward. I think a lot.
It's perfect. We have a great guest today. This gentleman that got me to start my own podcast. So if you need someone to blame, he is the guy. He really is the definition of jack of all trades. From being a cook to insurance to music, he's a butcher, a baker, and yes, even a candlestick maker. I mean, seriously, you name it, and this guy has done it. He owns and runs Desolate Kids and Desolate Kids Fashion, along with his better half, Jessica. We have worked side by side doing a variety of humanitarian deeds. He also has a show with Habari Live, so I encourage you to go check it out. Please welcome Mr. Elijah, Wealth for Generations, Lee.
Green pumpkins. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So, you guys ready for a cool kickback kind of episode?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I'm ready to laugh a little bit.
Have you guys ever had awkward moments?
Too many.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say too many.
Yeah.
But a lot.
Including
I've
this
had
one
my
right
fair
here.
share.
Probably.
Yeah.
I had an awkward moment last weekend when I was invited to my neighbor's son's birthday party, and I didn't know anyone there. So in my mind, I created these great conversations I was going to have. But when I tried conversating, I ended up only saying like, hey, I'm going to go grab my son a drink. Would you like one? It followed by a short no. They had a game truck. So my son went to go play in the game truck. And then it actually ended up being me just sitting there looking awkward, fidgeting with my phone. And then I started looking at his backyard. His backyard was beautiful. But now I can't want to create his backyard because then it's going to make it seem like I copied him. Anyways, I was trying to call my sister about my other show, so I couldn't gain connection. And it just made it like a super awkward moment. I tried praying. It was cloudy and stuff like that, so it was going to rain. So I was trying to pray to the rain gods. I'm like, please make it rain so I can have an escape plan to leave. I finally gained enough courage to leave. So then I end up taking the walk of shame home. At times, I even get more awkward trying to not be awkward. How I'll even clean up the gym before I start working out. And I actually do that so that way the elders, there's a couple elders that go there, and it makes it easier for them to actually work out and stuff like that. I also do that because I'm actually setting up for when I'm working out. It's a lot easier for me to look at to try to find those weights. That way I'm not having to go like, where's Waldo on these weights? And then plus, I mean, I've always been taught to leave the place better than the way you found it, whether it's the gym or wherever else that I'm going. Where it's so like I eat ketchup on everything. I'm very goofy and mature at times. It's hard for me to stay on track.
That's disgusting, man.
Actually, no,
Ketchup on
What?
everything.
yeah, it's ketchup on everything, is
Everything
good.
or just certain things?
No,
He
on
said
everything.
everything.
everything, yeah,
Everything.
yes.
Like
Everything.
even like on your ketchup. Put ketchup on your
I
ketchup.
put ketchup on my tomatoes.
Really?
A little bit of salt and pepper. A little bit of salt
I
and
can
ketchup on the
actually-
tomatoes.
Yeah, I can actually eat tomato like an
Ketchup
apple.
and eggs.
Yes.
Oh,
ketchup on
okay.
eggs.
That
From-
explains it all.
Oh, man.
He's over here eating tomatoes like an
He's
apple.
tripping, man.
Yes.
That's like villain shit. We know you're a serial killer.
It's hard for me to stay on track on the same subject. Sometimes I'll, be talking Phoenix Suns basketball, and then I'll be like, "Hey, I want a big fat unhealthy burrito." I have trouble speaking sometimes. Sometimes it sounds like I'm speaking gibberish, and I need to work on my speaking so that way I sound more clear. I'm also that guy that seems to wave to people and say hello, and then I never get that wave or hello back. The things I do when I get no feedback, I tend to feel a certain type of way about it. My insecurities have always been my teeth and how I look in general. Sometimes I feel like I look like the guy that's sponsored by Kroger. I wanted to put on my socially awkwardness and things that make me uncomfortable to say it's perfectly fine to be a little different. I need to let the viewers and listeners know about what the show will be about. My plans for the show will be some debates, some informative, and intense interviews. I would love to get opposing views that can either be debates or discuss said topics, and at the end of a mutual understanding, they can respectfully disagree or agree. Or for really good content, they can go viral. They can fight it out. The last one that wins, and then that way it'll go viral. Do a little bit of exploitation of them. And I would love to have some opposing views, like a Democrat to a Republican, two different religions or two different backgrounds that may be a little closed-minded of the two. I would love to have topics discussing death, mental awareness, and recovery, or those touchy walk the fine line conversations. I would also like to interview a recovering addict, a battered person, or maybe someone who has possibly gone through something traumatic that can share their experiences in case others have gone through a similar situation. Do you guys have unusual fears?
Unusual
Usual?
feels?
Yeah,
Fears?
fears. Not like heights or peanut butter being stuck to the top of your mouth um or being without your phone. But I'm talking about like my fear is like being rich. I have great ideas that I would accomplish, but sometimes I feel like I would be a target
If you were rich.
if I was rich. Yeah, like people would take advantage. They'd be like,
I mean, do you know who Mark Kia is?
I don't. Oh, yeah.
Do you
I
know who the owner of Bashes is?
Yes, I do.
Do you think the guy that owns Home Depot is being a target? Is a target?
I mean, we don't know.
The guy that owns Lowe's,
Yeah.
who happens to be a black guy, by the way. Just saying.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Most
I
of
mean,
the time,
if you look
people-
at it, the guy at Walmart is pretty much that. I mean,
well, it's a whole family of them.
right.
motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Walmart.
And you know they're being
Yeah.
targeted by.
Yeah, but
You
the
got-
people I was naming, these are like sole owners of these places.
Nobody
Like the guy
knows
who
these
owns Mark
people.
Kia, that's one person. The
Nobody
guy
knows
that,
them.
what was that?
Nobody knows them.
But that's what I'm saying. Like these people are far beyond any riches that we have right now. They're technically rich,
the
but they're not a
targets,
target.
bro, are people that you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
Oh, you can
Yeah,
get
I
your
mean-
hands on the people. Hell
no, you can't get your hand on Mr.
my
Walmart.
buddy,
Yeah.
my buddy's
You know what I mean?
cousins, my buddy's cousins went to school with the Bash's kids.
For real?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
Right.
the
Nobody's
the
untouchable.
Chastains.
Dog, I'm just saying, it's harder to do a
I-
robbery.
I worked
in-
there was this the grand opening of the Scottsdale North it was the Scottsdale. Oh shoot! It was a golf course that recently got bought over by the owner of GoDaddy, or the guy who made GoDaddy. He just sold GoDaddy, and then he bought this golf course,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then I catered that opening, so
Okay.
he was there, so he could have been touchable then. He
Yeah.
could have been touchable then. But I'm just trying to say, like, being rich and fearing to be a target, it's only if you're out there. Kind of
I
like
would.
what Dip is saying. Like,
Yeah.
would you really be out there? Would you be like, yo, I'm rich, look at my
Right.
$50,000
Exactly.
watch and look at this and da, da, da. I don't think you would be a flashy person
yeah, I
though.
mean,
I wouldn't be a flashy person, but I would be out there.
I think you would do.
Is your fear more of it not being in the spotlight, but more or less people coming to take what you've worked for?
It's more so that, like, if I had, let's say, a certain amount of money and they're coming out, my my guilt would feel like I need to help them out. And before you know it, that money would run out. And then I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to accomplish what my true goals were. And I hear that with a lot of, people that have made it. They end up
Winning the
going
lottery it'll do that for you real quick.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's just one of the fears that I have. The other one is just, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna sound selfish within me saying that, but sometimes one of my other fears is just me getting old. Without everyone, just seeing myself in a place of me getting old, and I don't have anybody else there. So time's already
Mhm.
passed, and
Right.
I'm just in a weird spot, in a weird place at that time.
No, actually, I feel that. Like, I try not to think about it too much, but my not like crazy amount, but
Mhm.
just is a little bit older than me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So sometimes I can't help but to think, like, am I gonna, like, who's gonna leave who?
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
That
is
was
she
my
gonna
thing
pass
as
before
a
me, or
kid.
am I gonna pass
Yeah.
before her? What
As a
were you
kid,
saying?
like that was my thing with people getting older, and it was
Yeah.
weird because it was like my mom getting older. Because
Yeah.
when you're kids, you automatically think your parents are a certain age.
Yeah,
I didn't want my mother to get to a certain age, and it like killed me. And I would
Yeah.
tell her all the time I didn't want her to get like older and wrinkly, and she would laugh at me
yeah,
and just kind of like dismiss it and just tell me at the same time
yeah,
that it's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna get over. I'm gonna get older. Get over it,
and that's what I mean. It's just those
and
unusual
just
fears. It's just
right.
Mhm.
And then just even with myself,
yeah,
we're all aging all the time. And when you look back from where you are now to just certain things you may have gone through
uh-huh,
5-10 years down the line, and you may even feel like you didn't accomplish enough or
Yeah.
you're not doing enough.
yeah,
It's just it's just one of the things that even it bothers me because then when I look back, I'm like, okay, in my head, I should have done X, Y, and Z, and I
Yeah.
may not have done that in that order, or I may just be getting into it now, and it's just
Exactly.
something that I have to feel like I have to come to terms with
Mhm.
just to suffice.
yeah. Okay. With today's guest, I wanted to give him a spot to explain and talk about DLK. What is Desertland Kids and Desertland Kids fashion?
That's a very good question. Desertland Kids is basically every single one of us.
Okay.
To explain it as easily as possible, it was derived from me and 4 other friends who lived in this desert land of
Uh-huh.
Arizona, and I'm a strong believer that no matter how old we get, we will always be our parents' kid.
Okay.
Not necessarily a child,
Mhm.
but you will always be your parents' kid. So, and then also just in the general sense of thing, like, humans don't really live that long. Like, we're still almost in a kid-like state compared to a lot of things by the time we pass. Like, look at how long trees live. Look how long tortoises live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could go deeper on that, but I don't know. So Desertland Kids is basically just everybody that lives in this desert land. Like, it doesn't matter if you're native, if you've been here for the last 3 months or whatever. So the basic premise of the company, though, was basically just to kind of be like a middleman for people to have opportunities to do things. Because I was raised out here. I've been out here since I was about like so young. I don't even actually remember what age.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know I went to kindergarten out here. So before I even started school, I was out here, but I was born in Georgia. And just growing up out here, there's a lot of people that move out to Arizona. And
Yeah. Pierre did
throughout
the same
my
thing.
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pierre
you're
did the
not
same
Yeah.
thing.
from here? Where are you from?
Chicago and Love.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And then
Chi-town.
moved here. I was 9.5.
9.5. Oh, so
Yeah.
you've been here for a while then, though.
Yeah.
So then you guys can probably both agree. Like, you hear that, like, oh, there during our like teens and young 20s, people be like,
Uh-huh.
man, there ain't nothing to do here.
Yeah,
Arizona's whack,
all
ain't
the
nothing to do.
time.
And I would be like, man, there's ton to. I mean, I'm not gonna go like deep into my background when I was in my late teens and early 20s, but
Yeah.
I was connected throughout the valley with a lot of different types of groups of people.
Uh-huh.
So I got to the point where it was like, man, there's so much shit to do out here.
Yeah.
You know, like one night I'm in Tempe, another night I'm in Scottsdale, another night I'm in Peoria,
Yeah.
other night I'm in Glendale, you know, and this is like when I used to just hop bars and clubs. I knew a couple people who owned bars and bar managers and stuff like that. So I was all around. And then I was also just expanding my I guess you would say my interest in local entrepreneurs around that time as well. So as I've discovered people like SDR, like Support District Radio, as I discovered people like Daniel and Tito and the Daniel and Tito podcast that that I know somebody used to be part co-host on. And and I started going to the First Fridays and meeting local artists and stuff like Antoinette Colley, and she actually was I've got to talk to her the first time I went to the hip hop show, the hip hop festival, and I got tied in with that and started meeting local MCs, and well, not just MCs, just the whole elements of hip hop. You know, I was meeting breakers, I was meeting taggers, I was meeting MCs, I was meeting DJs, and I was just out there. And but the reason I was out there was to gain the knowledge and gain the footage to show people that there are plenty of things to do out in Arizona. So, like I was saying, like Desolate Kids, the main purpose of that business was to be the middleman to show you that there's stuff to do out here. I don't want anybody to ever come to me and be like, there's nothing to do out in Arizona.
I hate that.
I'd be like, you know what? Let me pull up my Facebook right now. I'll show you there's tons of stuff. Like, yeah,
man,
it is. It
Arizona,
is.
they don't know how fucking blessed they are, really, man.
Right?
You go to move to another state and see how many people come to your state.
Yeah.
See how many shows you have in fucking Missouri, bumfuck Missouri. See how many people come there. And how many people come to Phoenix and Scottsdale every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
And that's just the valley. We're just touching on the valley right now, man. You can go 2 hours up north and go to Sedona and go to Flagstaff. You know what I mean? People think that it's just this dead desert out here. But no, you go 2 hours up north, there's a forest. You know, you can go 2.5, 3 hours or 2.5 hours south. You can go to Mexico. I mean, well, that's not in Arizona. What was that?
Desolate Kids, the AZ Way Too Active is pretty much doing that now.
They're spreading out.
No, they're taking your idea.
I
showing
mean,
people what's going on in Arizona through visuals is what they're doing, and like anything that's Arizona based is going on, they're posting it, they're on it. So
I got some competition, is what you're telling me. I need to get back in the game.
You haven't checked them out?
I've been seeing them pop up here and there.
Yeah.
I've been seeing them pop up here and there, but I haven't like really dove into it just because I kind of, to be honest, like it's been somewhat stagnant. Desolate Kids, I haven't really been out with the events and everything like that. I've been trying to share stuff as much as possible, making sure that I'm still sharing who I am stuff, which is my go-to nonprofit right there. And the One Love, making sure I share the One Love, making sure I'm sharing Habari stuff. And then there's other groups that I'm a part of, like the roller skating group. There's a kids group that I'm a part of that I'm always sharing, like when they do the movies in the park and stuff like that. But also too, it's like I almost don't even want to step into the lane with AZ Way Too Active, to be honest, because I'm at a different point in my life.
Okay.
Like I'll be 38 this month or this year. And when I started Desolate Kids, I was like 25, 26, something like that. And I was heavy in the hip hop scene, heavy in the clubs, heavy in the bar. And I'm not anymore. Like I don't go clubbing anymore. I'm a family man. I got a fiance at home. I got kids. You know, I'm not trying to be out there and in the clubs like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some concerts and stuff like that I would still love to attend. Like I'd still want to keep racking up my Tech Nine list as far as concerts, and those are intense concerts.
Oh yeah,
you get other people to do it, bro.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
That's what with a bar entertainment. You know, I'm 100% not going to none of this shit. I got the young cats. You know what I'm saying? I got EXO, got Vine, Rebel. You know, they love hip hop. You know what I mean?
See, I want to
give people like that the opportunity, and they would love to represent. And you know what I'm saying. And you give the cameras and the microphone to them, and they love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give it to the young people for them to get a chance. 'Cause,
Exactly.
when I was
And-
young, I
and
would
let
have
them
loved
branch out
somebody
for
to do
you,
that to you.
honestly.
Right.
Yep. And that's exactly what I was saying. Why I feel like I would just let them have that lane. Like I ain't even gonna try to compete against them or
Mhm.
nothing like that. Like I'm gonna redirect it. Like I wanna be at the Marquel Dewan concerts. You know what I mean? I want to be at the Mega Ran concerts. I
Yeah,
want to be
yeah.
at the Bag of Tricks cat
Right.
concerts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I want to be in those kind of hip hop atmosphere. I mean, no disrespect to the younger crowd.
Yeah.
I'm just not that young anymore. I'm not on that level. You know, I'm not. I don't. My music choice has changed a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up West Side Phoenix. And grew up in not the greatest area. It wasn't the worst area, but it wasn't the best area.
Yeah.
So there's some nostalgic rappers and stuff like that I listen to, but I don't really listen to a lot of the current stuff. You know, it's definitely not the radio. Not
Yeah.
I'm not really on radio at all. You know, so but I think I might have got off full topic. I was supposed to be explaining with Desolate Kids. That's basically what the premise of it is, though. It's all about building a community of talented individuals, which is our slogan. Because I wanted to also, while I was out there networking and meeting people, I was building connections, like with you. You know what I mean? When we reconnected with who I am, like for a good, I want to say almost 6 months. It was like the three of us were doing stuff together, and that's exactly what the end result I want from Desolate Kids is just to be able to connect with a nice, decent sized group of people and be able to go do things and you know, host nonprofit events. You know, maybe team up with Who I Am Again and do another youth talent show or just any kind of event at all, networking events. Like I want to sit down with Dip over here and talk about maybe setting up some networking events with Habari Entertainment and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just to just to keep the energy going, because we're on fire right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys or if any of you guys realize it, but Arizona is on fire right now. Like we may not be blowing up, but it's hot over here. There's a lot of stuff coming out of Arizona. It's like Dip said, like go to Missouri and ask how many people are moving to Missouri.
Yeah.
You know, like how many people have moved here in the last few years. You know, look at Glendale. Glendale's being built up beautifully. You know, they're about to expand on or not expand, but I believe they're about to start work on a water park over
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
in the Glendale
And
area.
Yeah, and a theme park too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all,
So
isn't it all by like Westgate, if I
Mhm.
remember?
it's gonna. I think it's gonna be on the other
Yeah.
side of the 101.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just like, I don't know if people sit down and really look at it like that, but when I see things like that, being that I've been here so long, that's how I know we're blowing up.
Yeah.
When they're willing, when a major place is planned, because I think it's Mattel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's doing yeah.
Yeah. The Hot
When a
Wheels.
big name like that is
Yeah.
trying to come here and
Exactly.
put some stuff down, it
Yeah.
ain't no freaking like, oh, Kroger and Walmart got together to do an amusement park. It's not. They didn't make another Castle and Coasters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
They
like
left
they
it
got
alone.
Mattel is coming through,
Yeah.
so they know that there's money here to be made. You know, like we finally got our stadium because they realized that we're getting bigger. There's money to be made here.
Yeah.
You know,
And I
so
think with California closing down too, that helps out Arizona a lot.
yeah.
Closing down.
I mean, not necessarily closing down, but being the fact that they kind of shut it down when Arizona was still open.
Oh, you talking about COVID?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
we
think-
got a big push then as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then
Well,
everybody
it's-
also came here from California too, because it was so bad.
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
it's
Yeah.
the real estate, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real estate is very expensive, but them coming here has unfortunately hurt our real estate and rose up our prices. So,
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Exactly.
which is awesome.
But I think it'll all work out in the end. It's
Yeah.
just gonna be a big long cycle.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like in the next like maybe 10 or so, like things are gonna be very nice over here. We're gonna be all old and having to live vicariously through our children by then. But
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're right when you say it's on fire, because you could definitely feel that heat.
Mhm.
Is there anything that you want your viewers, our viewers, the people out there to know about what you're currently doing, projects that you're coming out with, just anything in general?
Oh man, I just got so much. I usually try to stay on the low until I got something to really show, because I've
Yeah.
always got so much going on. But first and foremost, for the viewers out there, if you guys are not familiar, I do have a podcast, like
Yeah.
Mr. Patrick was saying, Mr. St. Patrick over here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my main focus right now, outside of my um personal focuses,
Yeah.
is the podcast Wealth for Generations that you can catch on Habari Entertainment every Sunday at 11 a.m.
Live. It is live.
Live, yes,
Yeah.
live at
Nice.
11 a.m.
Okay.
But yeah, I got Ray and Sons is probably going to be the next one that's going to be in motion, and that's one I've really kept on the low.
Yeah.
That's going to be a vending machine business.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But I think I recently decided to kind of split it with like a vending machine / snack business.
Okay.
So my first step is I actually just purchased drinks last night.
Nice.
Ironically, I just purchased drinks last night and some snacks. So right now I'm just gonna start off with just kind of hitting up the parks.
Yeah.
I read through some paperwork and stuff like that. I got a 30-minute window, so I'm gonna hit up some parks.
Yeah.
Flyer for probably about 15 minutes or so, and then set up for 30 minutes, sell what I can and get out. And that's going to be just to create more revenue so I can get this vending machine business off the ground,
Yeah.
and kind of networking as well, letting people know, because the main purpose of Ray and Sons is to provide healthy first vending.
Yeah.
And by healthy first vending, I mean that you can put your health first while you're still out and about and trying to grab a snack.
So are
Okay.
you looking
So-
at healthier snack options or just like
Yes.
your general already out there snacks?
It's going to be definitely a totally different change. It's going to be all healthy snacks. So it's going to
Okay.
be all everything's going to be vegan. I am vegan myself. So not to say that anybody's right or wrong in their dietary choices, but that's the way I live my life. So my business is going to represent me.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So it's all going to be vegan options. Majority of it, no, all vegan, all organic. Majority of it will be gluten free.
Okay. That's hard
Yeah.
to find too. Is
That's why
gluten-free
majority.
snacks. Yeah.
That's why it's
That's a good
majority.
field,
It was
yeah.
kind of hard to get it. I wanted all of it because I wanted it to be in a situation where there was no allergens
Yeah.
as well,
Okay.
But it's a little difficult to fill the whole machine with that concept. But yeah, it's basically just I want to be able to provide healthier options for people. So I want to get these vending machines in these lower income areas,
That's
you
dope.
know.
That's dope. 'Cause
So
you're giving people options now.
Oh yeah.
yeah, exactly. And that's all we can really do, Like I
Yeah.
said, like I'm not telling anybody that their dietary choices are right or wrong, but
Just put it out there. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
That's all it takes is just putting it out there.
But I am a big believer though. Like I do tell people this and I stand by it. Like if you haven't learned anything from this COVID scare,
Yeah.
you should at least be looking at your diet,
Yeah,
your
exactly.
daily diet, and that's everything across the board.
100%.
The information you're taking in, the music you're taking in, the food you're taking in, the liquids you're taking in, the people in your circle, like all that. You should be taking that into consideration. If this lockdown and going through this COVID and all that didn't show you anything, that's one thing that you should be taking into consideration after all this, I feel like.
Nice.
That's right. Especially now with what monkeypox is it now?
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
It's
Monkeypox
ridiculous.
is on the
Yeah.
rise now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He said
Mhm.
there was another one too, but it's crazy. Every couple weeks ends up being something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Desolate Kids Fashion, Wealth for Generations.
Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about that one really, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
I know.
It's all the
I
same thing.
did. I
Desolate
put it out
Fashions
there
is
too.
basically just the fashion of the area, and then I have a couple custom pieces, and I have a Teespring. Like this one, where's it? This shirt right here. This is
Yeah.
a custom shirt right here.
Okay.
I got my logo on the back too, right? Oh, no, this side, right there.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Has a logo.
Yeah.
This one's custom too. That's my DOK hat.
Yeah.
So a lot of that stuff is going to end up just being just a picture and just the fashion of the valley.
Yeah.
And then I do want to design more as well because I feel like I was doing a pretty nice job. I kind of like the stuff I made.
Yeah.
I do want to design more, but I do have 2 stores out already on Teespring. The first one is Desolate Fashion,
Okay.
and then the other one is Influential Identity,
Uh-huh.
and that one is more related to my I guess you could say my musical side,
Yeah.
because I'm taking positive quotes out of my poems and my raps and
Yeah.
kind of putting it on shirt and this positive effort, because it's all about kind of promoting the positive energy with
Yeah.
the influential identity, because we all influence each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if we're gonna influence each other, why not influence each other with positivity?
Yeah. I get
So
it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Let me ask you, are you guys feet people?
Thank you. Are we
Are we
what?
what?
Feet
Feet?
people.
No.
No.
Did you know that a report by
That was
Men's
quick.
Health?
We were like,
Right.
no.
Did you know that a report by Men's Health that 1 in 7 people have a foot fetish, and they reported that it's more common with women. I don't understand it. That's the reason why I was just wondering. It's just and if
Like
you see,
the
we're
women have
just
the fetish?
different?
You're
yes,
saying?
that they're the ones that
I guess that would make more sense.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
yeah. To me, I don't understand it. So I was just figuring out, if you guys, had that fetish, whatever the case was. If you see my feet, you'd be like, nope. My feet look like they're trying to claim Social Security. To be honest with you, my feet are like bad. My feet look like they reside at the Salt River Project. But my feet are bad. That's why I don't get it. I don't know.
Man, I ran
Mine are bad.
I
so
ran
can't
track
say
for
much.
like I ran track, and well, I did sports from
Yeah.
like 5th grade to senior year. My feet are tore up,
Yeah.
and I do
Why-
physical labor still.
That's probably
Yeah,
why they have
exactly. So
fetishes.
it's yeah, mine are bad.
What
That's
happened?
probably why they have fetishes, because most people's feet are fucked up. So
Right? So when
All
you do
right.
find some nice looking
Some
ones,
nice You're
feet,
ecstatic,
you're like,
right.
wow, look at those feet.
Yeah.
They don't look like fucking turn all over to the side with corns all
Freddy
on them
Krueger
and shit.
claws.
And
throwing up
toe
West
jam
Side.
all over, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
cripple kid throwing up West Side.
But I definitely am not into feet, man. I don't get that, bro.
And what about a favorite smell? Not like gas or the smell of hopes and dreams or sewers on a hot day, but like for me, I like the smell like cutting grass or rain on dirt.
Cilantro.
Cilantro?
Cilantro, yeah.
Yeah. That's yours too?
Oh,
Fresh herbs, I love them.
Oh, okay.
Weed,
that's the chef in us coming
Yeah.
out.
All day.
fresh
And dip?
weed.
Yeah.
What'd
Yeah.
you say? Fresh weed?
Right, yeah.
Honestly, like,
Yeah,
I have to agree.
I mean, yeah.
yeah. I'm not gonna deny that one. That's a good one.
yeah.
Definitely a good smell, man.
Uh,
A
Something to wake
nice
up to.
breakfast really early in the morning when you first wake up. That's always good too.
yeah, I would
You
have to
know,
agree with that.
hearing
Yeah.
food cooking when you first wake up, that's
The smell and the sound.
Yeah, it's a
man,
nice
those-
wake
Or
up.
actually,
those
just
are nice
just
things
the
to
smell
wake
of food in general
General.
after coming home from work.
up.
That's
right.
that's
And
always
you didn't
like,
cook it.
yeah. Like you walk in, oh shit, hey
Right.
babe, you cooked?
Cooked it. Right.
You didn't even say hey. I smelled the food though.
Right.
Well, there was supposed to be a sound. I couldn't figure it out. But this next segment is gonna be
Waka 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 waka
Yeah.
waka. I got the
There you
sound
go.
for you.
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool. All right. This next segment, I'm gonna ask, is it weird, and see if y'all have WTF moments in similar situations like these. Is it weird that when I'm listening to a song, my brain goes into autopilot and I envision how the song will go, creating these epic music videos?
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll listen to
Definitely.
a song and I'll just be like, man, like I can already see like, just different versions of this song, whatever the case is, whether it be me or just I'm creating it for someone else.
You ever do that and have yourself in the video?
Yeah, I've done that. It's weird. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, and then depending on the song itself, like it's gonna
Yeah.
sound really morbid, but sometimes I'll think about like depressing times. Like I'll see myself like at a
Mhm.
funeral, whatever the case is. I don't want to turn it like
That's
super
the
dark.
that's that vibration of energy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your creative
Vibration.
side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see. The next one is it weird that I'll wear the same outfit the next day if no one see me in it?
That's just you didn't want to put the
And-
clothes in the dirty clothes hamper, so you figured you wear it one more time.
I mean, if I only wore it for like, let's say 20, 30 minutes, or if
right.
I just
You
wore
just
it.
want to rewear it again because you're
Yeah,
like,
that ain't
well,
bad.
it ain't dirty.
So you guys are saying you guys do it too?
Man, when I was
Yeah.
single, I used to do the smell check, bro.
Yeah.
I don't do the smell
Yeah.
check anymore. I'll do more of like your line, your way. But when I was single and stuff, man, I'd have my clothes just in a pile.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck no, you kidding me?
Yeah.
No.
It was a different time, man. It was a different time, you
I
know.
wouldn't go outside. If I
That's
wore
when I was heavy
something-
deep in the work where I was doing like 14-hour days, 7 days a week and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was just rough. I mean, I
went
wouldn't.
outside in it. No. I'm not gonna wear it again, regardless if anybody saw me. I'm not gonna do that. But
Is
if
it-
I was just bumming around the house,
Yeah.
Yeah.
nah,
do you-
I wouldn't care.
I mean, some people ain't got enough outfits though.
Just throw
Just
another
gotta create something. Put
throw
something
another
together.
shirt on. These jeans don't really matter. Just throw a shirt on.
Is it weird that some people have me saved as spam so they don't have to answer? Do you guys have people saved as weird names?
Not
No.
anymore.
Yeah, I
Okay.
used to.
Yeah, I used to have some no's.
Yeah.
Mine was just no.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
"Oh, don't
yeah.
answer that one.
Certain telemarketers I'll have as like do not answer, just so I
Mhm.
know do not answer. You know what I mean? I think my wife has me set as she used to have me saved as food, but I moved up from just being a donkey emoji. I mean, I think it's a compliment. Complimenting my
I
butt.
mean, it's
at
pretty
least-
much the same thing, though, isn't it? Isn't a
Jackass.
donkey kind of a
She's calling
fool?
you a jackass, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
Right.
I mean, maybe she called me a jackass. I thought she was complimenting my butt.
As long as she's
Yeah.
saying it's
Wow.
my jackass,
That's
that's the
right.
most important part.
And as we wrap up that segment, I want to say another thing too: is in a society that's quick to cancel, quick to have an opinion about everything, and dismiss the opposing person's chance to voice real and raw emotions, this show will be a judgment-free zone. If you come here with guilt, here you can feel innocent. If you come here with dirt, we got a broom in the janitor's closet for that. Or you just need a vent, a shoulder to cry on. I took a shower. I wear a clean shirt. I wear my heart on my sleeve so I will empathize with you.
Sure, that's not the same shirt from yesterday.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I put it on my backpack, so I'm good.
So you were here and just changed later.
Yeah. So I'm not afraid to admit I can be emotional. I tell everyone I love them because I really do love everyone. We are not perfect, but in an imperfect world, the Dallas Cowboys are still America's team.
Yes, sir.
That, and we're all imperfect people. And in the end, I see the world for what it can be versus what it is. Whatever your awkwardness is, keep it. It defines and makes you stand out from the crowd. It's your form of art. And in this bizarre world, it's always nice to be different. We're all just trying to understand ourselves and make it one day at a time. In this next part of the show, I'll give a shout out or spotlight local businesses, artists, or organizations. First on the list, we got Who I Am Organization, a national community outreach nonprofit organization. Please find them at whoiam.org. If you're looking for volunteer opportunities or ways to bring the community together, this is the perfect place to look. Whoiam.org. They have a gym running things there by the name of Anthony. He will lead you and he'll answer your questions. I mean, I worked there. Elijah's worked there. I mean, he's a real solid dude. And it's
Yeah, I was gonna say too, like if you volunteer with them, you might even be able to volunteer with me and Patrick one day if that's something you want to do.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
because we'll still chime in here and there.
yeah. It's a good team. It's a good team. And lastly, Katie's Way Organization.
Or you can come to the barbecue.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. I
You
should
have
be
a date
promoting
set
that. The barbecue is going to be October 1st.
October 1st, everybody.
So
remember
yeah,
that,
it'll be
yes.
October 1st at Festival Fields in Avondale.
Okay.
It'll be a Who I Am Desertland Kids event. It's for the whole community, totally free. Anybody can come. We do a barbecue and we have a big water balloon fight at the end for the kids.
Yeah.
Well, anybody can be in the water fight, but my main focus for the water fight is so the kids
It's
can have fun.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. I've
Sounds
taken
like
my
a
kids
good
there and
time.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah, it's great, man. It's
Yeah.
great
I'll
every
be
time.
there.
If you got time, I would definitely recommend
Yeah.
showing up.
yeah.
For
We'll all
sure.
be there.
Dip showed up last year.
Yeah, man, it was nice. I liked it.
Yeah, we'll all be there. Anthony will be there. So come check it out. The other one I wanted to give a shout out to is Katie's Way Organization or Katie's Way Peace. You can find them at katiesway.org, nonprofit corporation with a mission to advocate for healthy relationships by providing education, skills, and tools to youth and their allies. Bobby there is a phenomenal and a marvelous person. I mean, really cool. If you have any questions or you just want to just know more information about that, just look up Katie's Way Organization. As we wrap up this show, I want to give a huge shout out to my 10 subscribers. Sorry, 9. One accidentally clicked subscribe on accident. Someone, let's see. I want to give a
Wow.
shout out to, again, Katie's Organization, whoiam.org, or Who I Am Organization, and Desertland Kids and Desertland Kids Fashion. I also want to thank today's co-host, Pierre Adams. Where can they follow you at?
Pierre Adams at Instagram.
Okay. And anywhere else?
Same thing on Facebook.
Okay. Ladies, hit them up. Hit them up, ladies. And I also want to thank my guest. I also want to thank
The
my
ladies,
guest,
man.
Elijah Lee.
Ladies.
Where can they find you at?
Yes, I knew it was coming, so I was trying to get ready. Instagram is Desertland Kids underscore or desert_land_kids with a Z, not a S.
Okay.
And then on Facebook, you can find me Elijah Jess Lee. It has my Desertland Kids logo, which is just like
He's on that
It's
side.
right
Yeah.
there.
it's this logo right there. If you guys can see it. But yes, it'll be under Elijah Jess Lee, but it'll have my Desertland Kids logo if you want to follow me on Facebook. And then on Instagram as well, it's the Desertland Fashions, which is desert_land_fashion.
Yes, please check him out. And the one who informs, engage, and yes, empowers his listeners, the man behind the stands, Mr. Dip. Please like and follow Habari Live, Habari Entertainment, and check out his other 6 shows on there. Please. I mean, really good content on there, like Habari Live and Wealth for Generations. You can find me wandering the streets, singing to myself in the car or shower, or in my cage at work. Please
I
also-
hope we don't catch you in the shower.
Yeah, I hope not either. I hope not.
Oh, this stall's taken. Sorry, sir.
Right.
Yeah. Please
Next
also
one.
check out One Love on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This is One Love. Thank you for tuning into the show. Make it a great day. Stay hydrated and well rested. We out.